Welcome to Red Eye. I'm Greg Gutfeld, or as I'm known on cruise ships, Byron Allen. Let's go to TV's Andy Levy for a pregame report. Hey, Andy, what's coming up on tonight's show?
Thanks, Greg. And you and I climb over the sea to the Valley, America. Our top story tonight is boxer Manny Pacquiao banned from Los Angeles shopping mall The Grove for opposing gay marriage? Possibly. Plus, did Oklahoma just pass a law forcing all of its citizens to openly carry handguns? Who knows? And finally, will Virgin Atlantic start allowing passengers to make cell phone calls during its flights? God, I hope not. Greg?
Very confused about the tease tonight, Andy.
Succinct, I think, is the word you were looking for.
Succinct?
There,
no, I think confused.
Yeah. No, I think you're looking for succinct. Short, snappy, to the point, get the show moving, no pauses, no long stretches of dialogue between me and you. We're not just sitting here going back and forth.
Let's welcome our guest. Well, she's so hot that every hot tub she's in becomes a hot tub. I'm here tonight with Fox News correspondent Anna Koyman. And he's smarter than a Chinese finger puzzle doing their taxes on Jeopardy. It's Anthony Cumia, co-host of the Opie. There I go again. Opie and Anthony show.
Get my name right.
I don't know why. And his hepatitis is running a 5K this weekend to find a cure for Bill Schultz. It's my repulsive sidekick, Bill Schultz. And he's got more talent than America, Britain, and Mr. Ripley combined. An underrated movie. Sitting right next to me, Joe Escalante, barely legal radio personality, attorney, and bassist for the legendary punk rock band, The Vandals. And his front page will fill you with rage. It's our New York Times correspondent. Good to see you again, Pinch.
Today in the science section, reporter Benedict Carey profiles scientists who created a tiny implant that allowed two people to maneuver a robotic arm using nothing more than the power of their own mind. And once I have this brain bot in my possession, your face will not go unpunched for more than a minute, Gutfeld. Buy this high four square.
Wow. A little angry there, right?
Brain bot.
I guess the declining circulation hasn't been much comfort to that poor paper.
Punch face.
All right. He can't shop for briefs on account of his beliefs. Yep, Manny Pacquiao, seen here, is now banned from The Grove, an LA shopping mall, for his comments on gay marriage. Yep, in an interview, Pacquiao, considered the best boxer in the world, addressed Obama's endorsement of same-sex marriage, saying, quote, "Obey God's law first before considering the laws of man. God only expects man and woman to be together and to be legally married. It should not be of the same sex so as to adulterate the altar of matrimony like in the days of Sodom and Gomorrah." That goes out to you, Travolta. I couldn't believe he added that at the end. Wow. On Monday, the Grove, owned by mall magnate Rick Caruso, great name, blacklisted the boxer via Twitter, writing, "Boxer Manny Pacquiao is not welcome at The Grove, LA. The Grove, LA is a gathering place for all Angelinos, not a place for intolerance." Wow. He's basically saying if you're intolerant, he's intolerant of you. Pacquiao, who's Catholic, has hit back, saying he's not against gay people, adding, quote, "I only gave up my opinion that same-sex marriage is against the law of God." I'm just saying that. Anyway, I was once banned from the Paramus Mall.
For not pronouncing it right?
Yes. No, actually, I was doing yoga near the food court, so we took it outside.
I am Paris.
My feet is in your hand, like a cannonball.
Yeah, things fell apart after that. She got into some really, really bad things. And, well, I don't want to get into here except to say that...
John Gibson.
Yeah, it's always John Gibson.
Yes.
It's always John Gibson. Anthony, you were in the green room, were telling me how much you admired Manny's honesty.
Oh, it's just great when you're able to really get your feelings out like that. I like bringing up Sodom and Gomorrah. We were against them in Boston back in '98, kicked their ass, me and Opie. Why is this still happening?
Yeah.
It's 2012. I don't care. I don't care so much about the gays that I don't care what they do.
Yeah.
That's like a compliment to gays.
Yeah.
Why are we still worrying about like what the gays think, what they're doing, what anyone thinks? I hate that my whole life is hinging on what the gays are doing and who cares what the gays are up to.
Yeah.
I don't care.
Yeah, that makes you that makes you probably one of the most pro-gay people on the planet.
I go hours sometimes without thinking of gays.
Really?
Yes.
Amazing.
Me too.
Now, are you like that when you're sleeping with men?
No.
Joe, welcome to the program. You live in Los Angeles, which houses this mall known as the Grove. I believe I've even shopped there with you on a number of occasions, although that could be a completely made-up story just to make conversation. How do you feel? Whose side do you come down on here?
Well, I'm interested in all the backpedaling that he's been doing. I didn't quote Leviticus. In fact, I've never read Leviticus. I haven't got to that part in the Bible.
Yes.
It's the third book in the Bible. So he's preaching on an international stage, and he's read 2 books of the Bible.
Yes. Yeah, that's true. Hey, you're a lawyer. Can you ban someone from a mall?
It's bad form. But yes, if you put that little sign out front that says no shoes, no service, no homophobia.
No, I'm saying just no Manny.
No Manny.
No Manny. No Fanny. No Manny. If you don't like Fanny, we don't like Manny.
He hates the fact that he rhymes with Fanny.
That's what it is. His homophobia stems from his name that rhymes with a body part.
Isn't it funny how people pick and choose, though, from the Bible, which verses to follow and which ones not to? I'm sure Manny's, he's been a saint his whole life, right?
Yeah. Yeah, thou shalt not punch people in the face. I think that, I don't know about that.
Oh,
but
yeah.
who's guilty of, okay, look, here's the deal. I'm not sure if religious bigotry is the same as regular bigotry. Maybe it is. If the mall chooses to say, we don't want you here, that's a lot of people. And, get this, a lot of Hispanics and a lot of blacks don't believe in gay marriage. They're going to have a really white mall.
A lot of Filipino Catholics.
I like how you said the intolerant of the being intolerant. I mean, that totally makes sense. Who's the hero and who's the even here?
Yeah.
Maybe both sides should just be respected.
Bill, you were banned from the Grove after the incident in the koi pond. The fish, although didn't die, they have horrible memories of what you did to them. Is this wrong that he's being convicted in the food court of opinion?
I do not want to live. I do not want to live in an America where a punch-drunk moron can spew whatever bigotry he wants to spew. That is our right. And as far as this guy is concerned, you're right. You should be able to allow in anyone who wants to say whatever they want to say. I have to say, though, every time I look at Manny, I just kind of want him to say, "The plane, the plane." Does he not look like a more menacing Hervé Villages? Put a white suit on him, and it's done.
He could kill you. Just so you know.
Well, so could Hervé. I believe he was a kickboxer.
I honestly, I go back to this distinction, and Joe being a practicing Catholic. The idea, okay, not everything in the Bible obviously is right. I mean, there's some really pretty wicked stuff in there that doesn't hold true today.
You pray weirdly.
But isn't bigotry, religious bigotry, different? Because it's based on something that is, that you grew up with, and that it's not, and that it has to do with a higher being. So it's hard. I mean, it almost takes, and I hate to use the word evolution because Obama uses it like that, but to move away from those things takes time.
Well, the Constitution will protect religions from with making certain bigoted rules. In the Catholic Church, you're not allowed to marry someone of your sex, and that's bigotry in another world. It's sacred scroll number 5 in the in the church. It's something that everybody is required to adhere to that's in the religion, yet it is at some point a violation of civil rights to someone else.
Right.
So and that's where we're going. It's going to be a battle about that.
But it's odd that the consequence that comes in when you have religious-based bigotry, like you said, seems to have a little more credence with the Second Amendment than just you as an individual practicing your Second Amendment right and saying your opinion without it being backed up by the Bible. You could lose your job, you could, your livelihood, but if it's under the umbrella of religion, you're pretty safe.
I'm going to go with the First Amendment on this and the Second Amendment with the gun.
Oh, wait a minute. I did say second. I really am kind of.
I thought you were talking about guns.
You know what? I always am.
I know.
I didn't mean the first. Boy, which one's more important to me?
Which by the way, leads to this story.
Yes, it does.